only president of son we have in this country that is trying to bring himself so low, mingle among youth. We've had several presidents. Some of us don't even know their sons or their daughters' name. But Sheyi, whenever he sees students, he sees youth. Some of us watch him online. I think there was a time I was after my election. I traveled to Kano because we lost one of our comrades during the Ramadan. When they told me that I've now met with the Youth Council president of Kano in that same house. So he now told me that, am I traveling back to Jos? I said, yes. He said, I wish I can stay till evening. That there's this Ramadan fasting, breaking fasting, that Sheyi is doing around the north. I attended that program. I was overwhelmed. This is a president's term among people, youth, gisting, telling them, eating with them. The same thing in the other day, Sarah reporter, I don't know, maybe they have issue with the president, so I don't know. Because even me, when somebody called my attention there yesterday, like I told you in my speech, I talked about the regional campus security summit, which I addressed that we need to secure our campuses. We have manuals in our campuses, students. We'll talk to them, we'll let them see reason why they should help the Nigeria military and the police too to secure the campus. The next thing somebody will send to me, only yesterday, Sahara made almost 9 reports about my speech. That I'm condemning President Tinubu that is not securing campuses. That you don't understand. That Sheyi Tinubu, somebody will even send me one and say, Sheyi Tinubu, who is Sheyi Tinubu dance president?
So he's not your friend? Is he your friend?
He's not my friend. He's just somebody I know. Casually, I see him on TV. The only time I can tell you that we've met is, I think there was during the campaign when he asked the nuns to come around in the, I think where they were doing the, what was this program? His youth program too. So students were there and we snapped picture with him. Everybody was happy. You know, when you see a president's son or, so I don't see reason why now we just decide, people who will just decide and think when they drag his name on media, I don't see.
Nuisance, Lele.
Apostle. Hey, Apostle. That is God. Now the NANS president for Sheyi Tinubu's NANS president, like you have your own INEC president, right? That's Sheyi Tinubu's NANS president. Yeah, Apostle.
Shay, help us, help us. There is God.
There is God. I want to say finally, but I don't have to. Yeah. The popularity of Ibrahim Traore continues to grow and spread across continents, from Africa to Caribbeans, and then to Europe, even to America, as well as Asia, Arabia, name it. Now, people are now staging solidarity rallies. They are marching, calling on the West to tread carefully that this time around, they will no longer buy into the propaganda of painting the African, African leader that does not play balls, painting them black before they are assassinated or even their country invaded. And this tactic will no longer really go well. If anything happened to Traore, there will be backlashes. So in London today, there were the Afro-Caribbeans who came out in their thousands, put it that way, to show a solidarity. I have seen videos of people who have staged a solidarity march for the same Traore across Europe, including the Caribbeans, where they are indeed warning the West to be careful. There will be backlashes. France, be careful. And today, they decided to remind Britain, be careful. So on the streets of London, we had this march for Traoré.
Look at this, my people. Look at this. Big up the elders, man. Big up the women. Big up the certain man, them, man. Get me? I come out in unison. Africa, the diaspora, the police are going like they're leading something, but they're not. But I suppose they do what they gotta do, and we do what we gotta do. Powers, the armies them are walking. See that, blue? Mad. Big dog, Tony. Yeah, we get the flags up. Everyone's here. Jamaica, Tanzania, Congo. Everyone. Look at that. Powers. Bringing London to a standstill. That's it, London to a standstill. Look at the elders, man. Where's the young people though, bro? Like, you lot are moist. Don't stand for nothing apart from pissy blocks. Yeah, you know, like that.
They were everywhere, you know, and a lot of people are praising this current enthusiasm of Africans, Afro-Caribbeans, and then the lovers of Africa, like, you know, especially this younger generation who are very much upbeat, you know, about the history of Africa and how things went really, really horrid or like bad. So somehow, Ibrahim Traoré has become the symbol of that, like, it's like a symbol of the African dream, right? For some of the younger Africans who have, or who almost have no one of any credible sort of like a character or a view or personality to look up to. He's young, he's just at 36, right? He took on not just the corrupt political class of his country, to save his country, of course. He also went on to take on the big elephant in the room, France, who have become so much comfortable in exploiting this West African country for decades with no consequences until Traoré came, Burkina Babes, probably believed that that was their destiny of servitude, slavery to the West. So the more they are pushing propaganda of trying to oust him, arrest him, or even kill him, yeah, continue to reverberate, all over the world, where young people believe that, no, that this shouldn't happen. Some are already volunteering to go to Burkina Faso. Like if for any reason they send, like they did to Gaddafi, they send in their tanks and jets and what have you, they would volunteer to fight for Burkina Faso until the last person. Now that is something, it's serious, right? So here is the other side of their march in London today.
Traore, happening in London. Organic march. We heard 30th of April and everyone's come out. Imagine. Ibrahim, Ibrahim. This is the message to the French and American government. Hands off Ibrahim Traoré. We are watching from across the globe. We are watching. We don't need to be in Burkina Faso to stand up for our great. All right, we are. Yeah.
Oh, it was your face.
All right, no. Yeah. So yes, we are. We don't need to be in Burkina Faso to be standing up and in solidarity. We're right here in the UK, and we're sending not only a message to the French and American government, we are sending it to the UK government and all other governments across the globe. We are watching. Anything happens to Ibrahim Traoré, there's going to be hell to pay. Anything happens to Ibrahim Traoré, even if he dies of natural death, natural causes, we're going to be suspicious. And 10 times the amount of people that are out on the streets today will be out in rioting. If anything at all happens to Ibrahim Traoré, let the message be loud and clear and unequivocal. Yes, we're standing in solidarity with our wonderful brother, Ibrahim Traoré, and the people of Burkina Faso. Yes, let's see if I can get the front of this, see where I can... Ibrahim Traoré. Yeah, I'm done. Traoré. Ibrahim. Traoré! 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 Traoré!
Traoré, Ibrahim, Traoré, Ibrahim, Traoré. I hope the message is actually loud and clear. There are those who are going to voluntarily and physically go to Burkina Faso if America or Britain or France or NATO or whatever it is. And, you know, it is not just for those who are going to physically stand there to defend the Burkina Faso. It's about those who are also going to make the homeland of all these countries, right, hot and ungovernable. So, I mean, it's really good to see. You may be wondering, like, what is that special? What is that thing that is so special about this guy? Sincerity, honesty. It's not like he's got this magic wand that they've turned Burkina Faso to. No, it is what Burkina Faso could become if it's allowed, right, to indeed fulfill its potential without any interference, without any form of threats, like they are currently threatening him. An attempt on his life, 26 times attempted to kill him in 2 years, Baba. Waiting, kilo day. Yeah? It is not what Traoré is doing. It is what he stands to do. It is what he stands to bring to the people of Burkina Faso, something they've been denied for more than 6 decades, over 60 years in the earliest. And I'm using their independence, by the way, over 60 years of complete chronic exploitation. And somebody came and said, no, we are putting a stop to that. We are cutting off our relationship with France. We are cutting off our relationship with all these exploiters, all these neo-colonizers. If you leave us to try it, let's even try and see how much we can use our resources to our own advantage in the next 10 years. Not 6 years, next 10 years. But they are opposed to that. No, that can't happen. We won't let that happen. Now the world knows. And the world is interested. And guess what, right? That automatically gives Ibrahim Traoré a ready-made army that, you know, it's like a pool of soldiers, fighters, that is endless, is bottomless, is like limitless, where people will come from all over the world, simply because of just hearing his story, hearing his, you know, his battle and all of that. And they will automatically just say, well, you know what? Let's go. So it may be more than just nuking them or sending soldiers or even killing him. Like he said, if he dies of any natural causes, people will still suspect that they killed him. So they should be very careful. That's what the rally is all about, according to the protesters. Finally, the next person that you're going to see in the news as the PDP governor to go and join Tifnubu is going to be Rumo. Rumo. Eno. That is the Akwa Ibom State governor, the guy who attended the meeting where the PDP said they are not going to join any coalition. The guy is leaving PDP soon. And here is his explanation. No ideology, no nothing. It's just about interest.
What I try to do is to say, why can't we be peaceful? Why must political parties separate us? Why must, why must we have issues because my brother is in one party and, no, we're all Akwa Ibomites first. I see party as a vehicle to get to power. And when you get there, please begin to govern. And you govern everyone, you relate with everyone. And I've asked a fundamental question. I know every day now, I say something, people go to town, misinterpret it. And yesterday I made an analogy, and and they say, oh, the man is demarketing Ibom Air. That's far from it. Ibom Air is the best airline. I'm saying that much as I love Ibom Air, it's our airline. It's a preferred airline. Much as I love it and have it as a state government, you know, and I arrived at the airport, and Ibom Air has a technical fault, which is possible.
Yeah.
Which is possible. And I have an appointment in maybe Abuja or Lagos to deliver a talk or a very serious appointment with investors. And I have an alternative airline to travel. Will I say, because this is my airline, it is owned by the state government? I'm not
well understood.
You know, so when people say, oh, it was demarketing Ibom, no, it's an analogy. Come on, people know better than this. But you know, there are people who try to, you know. So for me, what I'm saying is that Akwa Ibom is one. Political parties are very close, you know. And then I've asked the question, and I want you to tell me, what's the political ideology of, in this country, this party, and the political ideology of this party? I want to know. Because we're not like the Americans.
Okay.
We're not like the Americans who say this is the ideology of the Democrats and this is the ideology of the Republican. As a country, tell me the ideology.
We've had people who even, most people who are in this party were in that party.
Everybody keeps going and coming, keeps going and coming. Whatever thing I'm doing, I'm saying that let us be one. I don't want, whether it is any party platform, we've finished the election. We are now in governance. You are sworn into office to be a governor for Akwa Ibom.
He's intentionally talking like that, or incoherently here and there. He's neither here nor there, you know, just modeling everything together, mumbo jumbo. Is intentional. What he's trying to say is that a party doesn't matter. His party is, and in fairness, right, he is right. There is no ideology behind the political parties in Nigeria. No real ideology. It's all grouping of ambitious, self-centered means. But maybe there are some outliers that you can say, okay, maybe there is an idea behind this. A candidate's idea is the party's idea. There is nothing like, oh, our party idea, our party's ideology is this. Everybody that joins us, this is why you're joining us, and you are going to advance that sort of like ideology. No, wrong thing. Well, let's go to bed, everyone. And just for the record, okay, I'm gonna do. I have the face of this guy. Here is the face of Sheyi Tifnumbu. So I'm going to show you the face of the young man, Nan's president, after Sheyi Tifnumbu kidnapped him. Okay. So 1 second. That's what the guy looks like. Now the Nan's president, Bidato, the guy that Sheyi Tifnumbu kidnapped, tortured, and then recorded. On that note, I'm going to draw the curtain. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Enjoy the rest of your time, your evening. And then you are welcome to May. Good evening. I mean, a good night from here. Udaro.